Hello guys, this is the fifth tutorial of CSS series. After this we will learn CSS and website development using real life projects. You making small projects. I will cover many advanced CSS topics like flexbox, grids, animations and many other things. So let's get started. In this tutorial we will cover hover, before, after, and I will make a button with them. Okay, let's get started. First make a div, give it a class ptn container. It is a container of our button because we never use inline element like a tag itself. We always wrap them up in a div tag. Okay, so let's give it a class also. I will say btn. Okay, href hash, I don't want to go anywhere, and type read more. Okay, now star selector is already here. Okay, dot btn container and dot btn, these are our two classes we're gonna use to cover hover first. Okay, as you can see, here is our button. So it doesn't look like a button, it's like a link. So we'll make button in. So first I will give margin top bottom 100 pixel and left right 80 pixel. Okay, now I will use .btn class to make button. So first I want to give it a padding. So I will say before padding, let's give it background color. So I will use orange red color. Okay, as you can see here, it is our button. It doesn't look like a button, but we will make it. So we need padding for it. If I want a button, it would be big in width and smaller in height. So I will give 12 pixel of height, means top and bottom, and 35 pixel of width. Okay, now it looks like a button, but there is more. I want to remove this blue color which is from a tag, so I will use color property for that. Okay, it is removed. Now I want to remove this underline. So what I will do, I will say text decoration none. That's all. Now the basic button is complete. So I will make a padding height a bit more, and let's increase its font size to like 16 pixel. It's basically the same. Let's just increase it to 18 pixel. Now it's look like a button. Okay, now I want to give it life. I want to give it a nice animation when I hover it. That's all hover is about. Hover means when I put my cursor into it, what changes happens in this button, this thing. So how will you use button hover? We'll type btn again, the same class again, but this time we'll type like this: hover btn colon hover. Btn hover means if I hover this button, what will happen? I want to change the background color of it. So how we'll do that? We'll say background, and I will say like orchid. Okay, now if I go there and put my cursor, okay, like you can see, if I put cursor in it, it will change its color. So I want to make it smooth, so I will use transition. Transition is a property which slow down any type of hover or animation. So this is type of hover, so we will use transition here. So we always give transition to the class, not to the hover. Hover is just doing its job. So we add transition here. Transition is a shorthand property, so we have to give three things here. First, all means I want to use this transition for all of our things. Like in this I am changing background, I might be changing color also, that's why we'll always type all here. Okay, now the animation, I will say how long, I will say 0.3 second. I want animation for 0.3 second. And the third is the animation type. There are four types: ease in, out, ease out. So type ease first. So there's a very less difference between. Ease is like normal. Ease in, it starts slow and go very fast. Ease out is opposite of that. So let's try it again. Now if I hover it, now you can see a smooth transition. Let's make it more smooth. Let's make it 1 second long. Now you can clearly see the animation is changing, the hover is working properly. So this is hover. We can change anything in any element when we hover it. Like if I want to change the color of it, the text color, I will change that also. If I want to make it blue violet, I can do that like this. See, cool. Okay, let's change its default color also. Make it orange, a bit of light orange. It's messed up. Let's make it dark orange. It doesn't appear. The white is good for it. Yeah, the white is good. Sorry about that. Okay, now this is how transition and hover works. This is our button we made using padding, color, text decoration and font size, and the hover class of it, that what I want to change when I place cursor on it. And the transition, all the timing, if I increase it, it will be more long like this. Wow. It is super boring. I usually give 0.4 second. It is quite smooth. It might be not looking so smooth from video, but it's good. And the ease out or ease in, it is your choice. You can experiment it. Okay, so the next thing I want to cover is let's comment it first, and I want to comment this also. No, let's not comment it. I want to make button again, but this time I will use before and after. So what are before and after? Like if I'll say button and I will give padding, padding 14 pixel, 36 pixel, font size of 18 pixel, the same properties. Let's just copy from here the basic properties. Okay, they are copied. Now button is ready. Now we will use the before and after, the pseudo elements. So basically they are both same. Before is the before button, means the thing, invisible item before button, and the after is after that. So let's understood. So I will say .btn before, like this. I will say content is the thing we use. I will say slash here. So what will do, it will add slash before this, and the same thing with after. If I'll say after here, it will add you can type anything it like this, it will add that in it. Like if I want to add percent here, this will add this, but we will use before and after for our use using position relative and absolute to make button cooler. So okay, so what I will do, I will use one of these because they do basically the same job. I will leave content empty. In this case, our button will be our parent class and the before will be our child class for using position absolute. So I will say position absolute to before and position relative to button. So it will do nothing. So let's decrease the change the color first. Okay, like this. Okay, now this is our button and this is our before. Now the before will act like an invisible element. So I will say left 0, top 0. Okay, now I will give it width of 0 and height of 100 pixel. Now what it will do, it will make that before here, like it is top and left here and width is 0 and height is 100%. So what I will do, let's give it a color. I will say background green. Okay, now let's give it a 2 pixel of width. As you can see, it is visible now. As you can see, it is visible now. So this is before. If I increase this, as you can see, it is visible now. I can also change like it to from left to right. Oops. Like this. It is on right side now. So this is the invisible item we use for making our animations or effects. So let's make width 0 first and let's change its color first, like this. Okay, now it is invisible again because the width is 0. Now carefully, .btn, I want that hover, and when I hover the button, I want that before to be changed. So when I hover the button, I want that if I hover the button, I want that before will change. So what I will change in it, I will increase the width to 100%. So I will say width 100%, like this. As you can see, it is doing its job, but it's too fast to see. So let's add transition. In this case, this is our hover, this is our before class which is doing the job. So we will add transition here. Transition all 0.4 second is. Now look at the magic. As you can see, it is looking very good. So this is the effect. So this text might be disappear, but we will cover this in later because we are going to make very good projects, site projects in the future. The site making series are coming soon, so we'll fix and learn many new things, because I believe that the best way to learn something is when you make it. So if you have any doubts in it, so ask me, and for now, goodbye, take care.